All right. I guess we're doing this again. I had a live stream going, but I don't know what's. I'm not sure what's happening with it because it's still stuck in processing. And the main reason why I did the live video was because it just would upload faster, but that's not working. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to do it the old fashioned way. All right. Man, but I swear that live stream, man, I was saucy. I was saucy. I was gone off of that. I was going off of that. Gentleman Jack. I bought a bottle of this tonight or earlier earlier yesterday, I guess, because it's October the 1st now. But yeah, I was gone off of that. Gentleman Jack. And again, I was saucy. All right, finding books for a haul was arduous as hell. And I don't know, it almost discouraged me from like ever finding books again because it was just so rough. I went to a bunch of I did a bunch of road trips. I did a bunch of um did a bunch of conventions and stuff like that, and just everything just almost turned out to be bust. It was just so disappointing. Not like the old days where you just like would grab a whole bunch of stuff. But again, like I said before in the live stream, nonetheless, or nevertheless, I persevered. And I got some books for you. Okay, we're going to start things off with Nova #2. I believe this is from 2012. This is a J. Scott Campbell cover featuring Gamora and Rocket Raccoon. I paid $37 for this. I took a road trip about 3 hours out of the way to a cluster of stores. I don't know. Like, my problem is that when I take a road trip, I like to be home by 7 at the like I like to be home by 7 p.m. at the latest. So, like, I only give myself a little bit of time to do things no matter how far I travel out. I like to come back home by at least 7 so I can like eat dinner, watch TV and all that kind of stuff. It's weird, but I did happen to find this. This is I've had this on my want list for I would say about a year, and I'm happy to have found it. I paid $37 for it. It's a really really awesome cover featuring Gamora. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what this book goes for. I've seen this on eBay. Maybe I've seen it sold on eBay, and I think it might have sold for like maybe $60 or something like that. But this book definitely should go for more, and it should get way more attention than what it does. But hey, what you gonna do? What is this? Immortal Iron Fist #1. I think I showed this off maybe a year or yeah, it was like a year ago. I'd been searching for this book like maybe for 2 years, and then I finally found it. And I found another one. I got this for 5. I don't know, like at the time this was like a $60 book, and it's definitely cooled off, but it's still hard to find and still a great Gabrielle Dell'Otto cover. So I'm happy to have found it. Now, I really don't know that much about this, but it's a second print variant cover. Amazing Spider-Man #572. I got it for 5. I'm not quite sure what this book goes for. It might go for 20. It might go for 15. I don't know, but I just thought because it featured the Scorpion on it, it was something to find. So, okay, we're moving along. What is this? Spawn #2. This is from that road trip. Spawn #2 newsstand. I paid $5 for this as well. Now I don't think it goes for that much, but if you pair it with a newsstand copy of okay, what did I say? What did I say before? Spawn #1. I said this is Spawn #2 newsstand. And if you pair this with Spawn #1 newsstand, then I think you can, because I have like 2 copies of Spawn #1 newsstand, and I have one other copy of Spawn #2 newsstand. So, say if I ever decide to sell, these, I could probably kind of maximize the profits a little bit. So yeah, I don't think this book really goes for that much, but it's a good book to have if you have a Spawn #1. All right, and the last book on this road trip, this first road trip, is Batman #570, first appearance of his second appearance of Harley Quinn in DC Comics continuity. Oh my god, I hope I don't wake up with a hangover, because I'm still, still a little buzzed, just ever so lightweight buzzed. Holy shit, I was drunk. I paid $3 for this. I remember for a time this book was going for like $30. Like, this was an expensive as hell book. But yeah, happy to have found it for $3. Okay. Okay, now this. Okay, now at the beginning of August, I had 3 conventions to look forward to. But as it turned out, one was decent, the other one was okay, and the other one was a total bust. And I guess we'll start off with the okay one. Here's the one that was just okay. And we'll start off with Journey into Mystery #102, first appearance of Sif and Hela. God, this covers. I hate this cover so much. Like, I so hate this cover. I think this is like one of the worst covers. Like, even though Jack Kirby did it, it's just a shitty cover. Sorry. But but I think a month ago or 2 months ago, I had a copy in probably fine plus condition, and I sold it for, I think it was like $225 or something like that. And I was left without a first appearance of Hela and Sif. So I was happy to have come across this one. I paid $60 for it. I mean, I don't know. I would have been happier paying a little bit less. It's probably in fine minus condition. There's a slight detachment at the centerfold, at the bottom staple centerfold, but hey, it's okay. I still think, like, if I were to sell this thing, like, I think the best time to sell it would be around the time of Thor Ragnarok, whenever that comes out. I think it's in November, right? Yeah, it's in November. So I don't know if I might just hold on to it. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do, but happy to have found it for $60. But I would have been happier if I found it for cheaper. Here's a book that I've been searching for. A nice bondage cover. Wonder Woman #205. Second appearance of Nubia. I know this book is relatively, like, this was a hot book just because it was a bondage cover in a relatively difficult book. I would say this copy is in probably very fine minus to fine plus condition. I paid $20 for it. I would have been way happier paying $15, but what are you gonna do? What more can I say about this? This is a book that I'd been searching for. This was harder to find than Wonder Woman 205, just because I think when Wonder Woman 204 came out, I mean, when Wonder Woman 204, the actual first appearance of Nubia, like, that was kind of like after all the movie hype and people were just kind of searching for books to search for. Well, you get what that didn't make sense, but you got what I was saying. But this book had always been hot even before all of the movie hype, just because it was a bondage cover. So yeah, happy to have found it. Here's a book that I don't know. I paid $3 for it. I probably shouldn't have paid that much. Green Lantern number 141. First appearance of the Omega Man. I have like so many copies of this book. I'm not quite sure why I have so many copies. Just because it is the first appearance of the Omega Man, but who cares? Here's another book that I might have overpaid for. Harley Quinn number 25. Undervalued book in my opinion. I don't know what to say about this. It's it has Joker, has Harley, has Batman on it, so you really can't go wrong with it. It should be worth more than what it is, but I don't know. I paid $5 for it, so it's my second copy of that. But it's a really cool cover. It's a really cool cover. Cool. Okay, now we're gonna go with the. Now, the one convention in August was a total bust. Didn't find anything. So next we're gonna go with the decent convention, and I happened to find Chew number 1. Yeah. Oh god, this lighting is so bad. Lighting is terrible, as a matter of fact. Just horrible. It's horrible. This lighting. I found this, like, I sold my Walking Dead collection. So, like, finding this, I don't know, it just kind of, it's not as meaningful for me, but I was still kind of searching for it if the price was right. The guy at the convention, I found this at a Wizard World, and the guy had it at 100, and I asked him, I would have paid 100. I easily would have paid 100, but I asked him if he could do any cheaper, and he said, "How about 80?" And I'm like, sold. Now, as many of you know, I am a comic book white supremacist, and is this book white supremacist worthy? You betcha, absolutely. Is it white? Yes, it is white. I would say the main issue with this is that it probably could stand to be pressed. I don't know if this shows up. Yeah, because there's like some creasing along here, but I think we can. Like I said, I think this can be pressed out. So, if I ever happen to get this thing graded or something like that, I guess I'll hold on to this for a while to see if that Chew TV series ever materializes. But as it were, this book goes for about $200 in near mint condition. So I thought this was a really good deal, like super good deal. So yeah, hell yeah, very good deal. Also at this convention, Batman Gotham Adventures number 45. I remember for a time this book was like a $50 book, just because it featured Harley Quinn on the cover. Doesn't go for that much now. I'm not quite sure what it goes for, but it definitely ain't a $50 book. And here's another book that for a time went for around $50 because of Harley Quinn on the cover. Batman Gotham Adventures number 43. Doesn't go for that now, but I found both of these for $3 each. So yeah. And another Batman Adventures comic, number 3. I think this is volume 2, number 3, featuring Harley Quinn and the Joker on the cover. Another really cool. It's cool. Another decent cover. Should be worth more than what it is, but hey, what you gonna do? All right. Also at this convention, now here's a book that I have been searching for, like heavy, like super heavy. Our Love Story number 1. I would say about 3 years ago, I came across this book, and I've like when I saw it, I should have picked it up because it was like a V. It was probably like a fine minus copy in for I would say for $15, and I'm like, no, I don't want it because it's not near mint. Nah. But I just should have bought it regardless, and like ever since then, I'd regretted not buying it. And then when I came across this is probably in outright very good condition for 20. Definitely not the best price, not the best condition, but I think it was still worth it. And it's drawn by John Romita. And the cool thing about that, like what I like about this is that you have an action adventure artist doing kind of like a grounded romantic series. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what, I'm not quite sure. Actually, no, he did the cover. But just the fact that you have him doing the cover on it, I don't know. There's something appealing to it. It's like your favorite actor in a comic book movie doing like a drama or something like that. That's what I dig about it. Oh, are there credits in here? I don't think so. Like, you really don't know who did the art on this. No, oh, no, there's no credits. Shit. All right. Okay, never mind. But I don't think Ramita did. Is this his art? Like, is this his interior art? Doesn't look like it. Definitely doesn't look like it. But it's still really good art, though. Still extremely good art. But I dig this. I dig this a lot. And, like, when it comes to romantic books, they're really, like, as far as finding a first issue of a romantic book, it's, like, really tough. So, because they're not that many of them. Here's Linda Carter, Student Nurse, number 3. How I think this was like 3 years ago. I showed off a copy of number 1. So yeah. Anytime I come across Linda Carter, Student Nurse, I just go ahead and pick it up. This one is in probably VG minus condition. Staples are attached. Paid $11 for it. Would have been happier paying less, but hey. Okay. Last week I went to Baltimore Comic-Con, and I don't know, it was a good time. The drive there was about 5.5 hours on the turnpike. Man, that was a long drive. I had worked up until like 11 p.m. that night. Then I had to go to bed, got no sleep, woke up at 4, left at 5 a.m., got there around 11-ish or something like that, 11:30 or something like that. And by the time I got there, I was just kind of drained. Like, I really didn't feel like doing all that digging. So I kind of left out with just like maybe less than a handful of books. Like what I was doing just did not make any sense. I hope if I ever get the chance to go back, I can do things right, get some more sleep, maybe spend the night there the night before, and then I won't be so drained the next time. Maybe spring for a more expensive motel, or actually a hotel. But, oh god, like the motel situation was just bad, because I wanted to stay in something super cheap, but it was bad. It was really bad. But anyway, came across Young Avengers number 1. I believe this was 4 years ago. I talked about this book. This is the sketch variant for this, first appearance of Kate Bishop. This is probably the rarest version of the first appearance of Kate Bishop. So paid $20 for this. So this is my second copy. Found a really cool copy of X-Men number 60, first appearance of Sauron. This book looks very fine. This book is beautiful, like in really, really nice shape. When I got to this guy's booth who was selling this, like he had really good prices on his stuff, and people were just like picking up like stacks and stacks of books. So I'm lucky to have gotten this. I paid $25 for it. Like he had stuff for half off, so don't mind this sticker price right there. I got this for $25. It's definitely not near mint. It's probably in good minus. Actually, yeah, probably good minus condition, because all this is like crunched up right there, and there's tape right at that staple right there. So I don't know. Still the first appearance of the Falcon for $25, so I figured I'd pick it up. You know, yeah. So this is what I picked up in Baltimore. Holy shit! Wow. Oh, I did Baltimore wrong. You know what I'm saying? For as much as I spent, because I spent like about $120 on a rental car, $50 on a motel, $30 in turnpike fees. So it's like well over $200 just to find this. It's like, oh, I did that wrong. I did that really wrong. But at least I can admit that. Hopefully if I get the chance, I can do it right next time. But anyway, on the way back home, I stopped at a city nearby me, and I found a book that I have been searching for probably a year or so. This is Black Widow. Oh, God, this light sucks. This is Black Widow #2. I believe this is the 2010 series. This is a Stephanie Hans gun cover. I've been searching for this for a very long time. Found this for $5. I want to say this book goes for maybe $50 to $60. It could go for more after a while. Like, I think once more people catch on, because this is a really, really cool cover. Like, this is an awesome freaking cover, especially a Black Widow cover. For a Black Widow cover, this is awesome. So very happy to get this. Like I said, found it for $5. I was so relieved to get this. There was like maybe one other time I had a chance to get it, and I just kind of like crap the bed on it. So I'm very happy to get this. Found this. This is Superior Carnage #2. This is a variant. Found this for $10. I don't know what this book goes for. It might go for $50. Who the hell knows? But I found it. Meh. Okay, now here is a local pickup from probably a month ago, maybe. Eternal Warrior #4. I found this in the 25-cent bin, if you can believe that. This is a really, really and the condition on it is really nice. It's probably a near mint minus copy. So first appearance of Blood. This is the first cameo appearance of Bloodshot. For like 20 years, I thought that the first appearance of Bloodshot was in Ray #0, but it's actually in Eternal Warrior #4. And I believe, what does this book go for now? Like 20 maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. But it's a tough to find book, you know, especially at a decent price. What is this? What be this? Okay. I have a first appearance alert. This is Lois Lane #105. This is the first appearance of Rose and Thorn. Now, the story of Rose and Thorn is that there's a girl whose dad was a cop and he's killed. And to avenge her father's death, her name is Rose, but then she throws on a wig and becomes Thorn, who's like a vigilante. So, really not necessarily a tough book to find, but it's tough to find at a decent price. And although the book is undervalued, it's still overpriced. If you understand what I'm saying, like the demand for it really isn't there for the prices to be so high. Like a very fine copy will be like $20 or something like that. That's what the sellers have it at, and this book is not worth that. But even though it should be, like, the demand should cause this book to be worth more than that, it's still relatively it's still overpriced as far as I'm concerned. I found this for $2. The staple is attached at the the cover is detached at the bottom staple, so that's why it was so cheap. But every copy that I've come across was like $15 or more, and I'm like, I ain't paying that. I'm definitely not paying that. Also from this store, I found a really nice copy of Iron Fist number 14. I would say this book is in VG plus to fine minus condition. Got this for $50, and on top of that, I had him throw in Gotham Girls number 5 and Gotham Girls number 4. So these three books for $50. So yeah, hell yeah, very happy about that. Iron Fist number 14, got that for 50 plus those other books. What else? What else did I want to show? Oh, okay. So we're moving along to another store. I found DC Comics Presents number... What is this? This is number 26, first appearance of Cyborg, Raven, and Starfire. Very key issue. Got this for $15. This book is in probably VG plus to fine minus condition because there's like a lot of spine ticks. But still definitely worth $15. Definitely worth me buying it for $15. I bet if I were to put this up, I probably could get 50 for it. Just because. And it's a newsstand. See? Yeah. Also from this same store, I found a copy of Wonder Woman number 154. Really awesome looking Adam Hughes cover for $3. Went to another store in the area, found Venom Sinner Takes All number 2, first cameo appearance of the Bride of Venom. I found this for $3. No, I think I found this for $4. I'm not quite sure what this book goes for. It might go for $20. Who the hell knows? I don't know, but happy to have found it. Yeah, happy to have found it. NYX number 4. I remember this time last year, this book was an easy $75 book. I found this for $4. Really good price. It definitely doesn't go for $75 now. I would say probably, maybe if you're lucky, a $30 book. But you never. Second appearance of X-23. But yeah, really good, really cool cover. And you never know, this book could pick back up again. Never know. Here's a book that I found online, Quantum and Woody number 3, first appearance of the GOAT. Got this for, honestly, I don't even remember what I paid for this. Like maybe $6 or something like that, including the cost of shipping. I don't even remember. Oh, now here's a book I'm super happy about. I just put this on my want list a few days before I actually found it. This is G.I. Joe Origins, number 19, Snake Eyes cover. Like, there are certain G.I. Joe variants that kind of catch on with fans. Sometimes they just so happen to feature either the Baroness or Snake Eyes, or a combination of the two. Now, as previously mentioned, and as you guys know, I am a white supremacist, but I am also a black activist. And is this black activist worthy black? You know what? I would believe so. I do believe so. This book is really nice sharp corners, maybe like a little bit of a spine stress right there. This book is really nice. It's a variant. I believe the last time I saw this book sold on eBay, like, the thing about like these G.I. Joe variants from IDW, they just don't pop up a lot. You know what I'm saying? There was the Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow number 19 variant. There is the G.I. Joe Cobra, I believe, number 19. A lot of these have like 19. A lot of these are number 19. I don't know, but it was a variant featuring the Baroness on it. And here we go with G.I. Joe Origins. I believe this is a Joe Benitez variant. So yeah, and the last time I saw this book on eBay, it sold for like around $25 for $25. And you never know, this book could go for more because it's a really cool Snake Eyes cover. And this book just does not show up online that much. A lot of these G.I. Joe variants just don't show up online all like that. So yeah, found this book, really happy about that. Got this for $6. So yeah. And let's see, found these two books, Batgirl number 45 and Batgirl number 52. I don't know, just something cool to have. I found these for $1 each. What did I want to say about these? I don't know. I think the set can go for like 10 or 15 or something like that. But they're worth picking up for $1. And let's see, last but not least, Monstrous number 1. I found this for cover price. So yeah. So I had to do this video over. It was painless. It caused me no stress, but I am still a little. I ain't drunk, but I'm still a little, because I take my shots. I take them to the head. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, gone off that Gentleman Jack. So yeah, it was a good time finding these books. Actually, no, it wasn't. Actually, it was not a good time finding these books because that shit was like, it was so tough, man. It was so freaking tough. But yeah, but I did find them. It was cool. The books that I did find. But yeah, anyway, and I went to a convention today and I happened to find some books. So we'll show those off next time. So yes, until next time, I'll see you next time. Oh shit. That was bad. Okay, all right, see you guys.